Hi everyone, this is Shukash Mani from India and you are watching Gadgets Portal. Today I have got the Sony XPERIA Neo L with me and I'm gonna make an unboxing and quick hands-on review on this mobile phone. It's a mid-range mobile phone with a bunch of features like it has got a nice 4-inch screen, front camera and ICS on board, and the price tag is around 18,000 Indian rupees, which is around $350 US. Now let's have a quick look at the box before unboxing. XPERIA Neo L is a worthy successor of the XPERIA Neo V with larger screen and ICS on board. It has got nice X Loud integration for sound enhancement and it is also DLNA certified. There is a 5 megapixel shooter, a 1 GHz processor and a front camera and a larger screen. It's 4 inches or 10.2 centimeter. Now let's start the unboxing and let's check what are the things inside. And here it is friends, as you can see I've got the white version. It has got white and black color option, and the front look, the build quality seems quite nice and also a little bit heavy. Now let's check what are the other things inside the box. Here is your charging adapter and it's quite nicely shaped. It will save a lot of space in your switchboard, though the USB port is on the side and the build is quite sturdy, very nice. Here is your charging as well as the data syncing cable, and it's just the typical micro USB port here. Okay, now let's check the headphone here. I personally like white color headphones and the build quality seems quite nice, though it's not in ear type, but with the X Loud technology I think the volume and the clarity should be quite good. Here is the inline microphone with some push button technology, and here is the jack, though there is no gold plating on it. Let's attach it to the phone and well, there is no gap. As you can see, it fits quite nicely into the phone. I'll test the headphone or headset and tell you how good is this in my next detailed review, so keep in touch. Now here is the battery. Well, this phone has got single core on it and not dual SIM, and the battery is 1500 mAh at 5.4 watt hours, so seems quite nice. It will actually run for a whole day I think. Here is some micro SIM to SIM card adapter, and next thing you are getting some booklets. Here is some startup guide and it's mainly useful for those people who are new to Android. Here is some important information about your safety and other stuffs. Here is some warranty certificate, and here's some side information. So guys, that's all in this unboxing. Now let's get rid of these things here and show you a closer look at the mobile phone. And here's the device. Now let's first install the battery and next I'll show you the whole user interface and the hardware. Here is the SIM card slot along with the microSD card slot, which is not hot swappable and expandable up to 32 GB. Well, it's ready ultimately, and though it has got a full plastic build, but because of its weight it doesn't feel cheap in hands. Now let's have a quick look at the hardware. Here is your earpiece, here is the VGA front facing camera, here are some proximity and ambient light sensors, and here is the large 4-inch screen with 854 by 480 pixel and it's just 16:9. The hardware buttons here are quite congested and very hard to press. Here are some back, home, menu and the search button, and though it has got ICS on board, the layout is just like the gingerbread. And I think after some days of use you will get used to these hardware buttons. Here is the 3.5 headphone port, and because of the nice flat top there is no gap between the jack and the port as you have seen. Here is your speaker grill, and here is the 5 megapixel shooter, and it can also capture up to 720p videos, and you are also getting a nice LED flash here. The back, as you can see, is quite glossy, though it's not that much fingerprint magnet. Maybe because of the white color it's not that much visible. And here in the top you are also getting a notification LED, which is quite nice. On the right side you are getting the power key here, and the volume rocker is actually here, which is quite small, and the buttons are quite nicely accessible, though you should actually get used to this smaller volume rocker. Here you are getting a hole for attaching a lanyard and charm. Here is the microphone hole, and here on the left you are getting the charging as well as the data syncing port. So that's all in the hardware design, and the design is quite good. The buttons are nicely placed and the speaker is not on the bottom, which is quite annoying to hold the phone, and Though I didn't like the hardware buttons here, but you have to get used to this stuff, and after that there should be no problem. Well, the most attractive thing is already left, that is the LCD, and I'm turning on the device, and let's check the quality, the color reproduction of the LCD, and also the user interface. Now while the device gets ready, let's have a quick look at the hardware exterior design, and as you can see, there is a nice silver rim runs around the edges of the phone, and on a white phone it's look quite amazing. Though the feel of the device is a little bit plasticky on the hands, but it's not flimsy, and the build quality is just good. The thickness of the phone is 12.2mm, which is considered as thick nowadays. Here are the hardware Android buttons, and these are quite small, and if you have a large finger then it's quite hard to press. Here is the user interface, and as you can see, it has got the Timescape UI on it. Here is the home screen you are getting out of the box, and as you can see, you have got 5 home screens. One thing very interesting here is that when other ICS devices are getting simpler user interfaces, Sony is shipping its ICS devices with the full-feature Timescape user interface, and still it feels smooth till now, which feels quite good. Now here on the dock you are getting the media folder, and you are getting these stuffs out of the box. Here is the messaging application, here are some applications, and here are your contacts, and here is a dialer. Let's check this stuff, and the keypad is quite simple and basic but quite spacious. I like that. Now guys, as it's just out of the box, let's check the user available storage along with about the phone version. It is got Android ICS, and the version is 4.0.4, and the model number, as you can see, is MT25i. Now let's quickly check the storage, and the specification says that it has got 1 GB of internal storage along with 512 MB of RAM, and you are getting 380 MB of total space, though there are some applications pre-installed, so you are getting 246 MB of space for your applications in the internal storage. You are also getting a 2 GB microSD card installed, though there are some applications installed there also, so you are getting 1.53 GB of space there. It's kind of disappointing that you are getting this kind of low space for your applications on a mobile phone with a price tag of around 18,000. Here is the internal storage. I have already shown that. Let's check the RAM here. And as you can see, you have got 168 MB of RAM free and 176 MB is being used. I haven't launched any application yet, though there are some widgets running on the home screen which uses some extra RAM, but still nothing to worry about because 168 MB of free RAM is not that bad. Now as you can see, there is a little bit lag on the home screen scrolling, and all the Android phones suffer from this stuff. Though with 4.1 J11 this lag will be minimized according to Google, but I don't know when the J11 update is coming for this phone officially. Now as you have seen on the home screen, if you pinch in, you are getting a view of your all widgets here, and you can directly go to the screen where the widget is. If you have used Timescape before, then this stuff should be very familiar to you, because though it has got ICS on board, Sony has done a lot of customization to provide you the full taste of Timescape. If you ask me, I would say that this is the best user interface regarding the style, regarding the design and graphics on a user interface on any device. But if you don't get used to this, then this may not seem very user friendly to you. Now let's play this video, and so far I know that this phone doesn't come with the Bravia engine. If I'm wrong, then please leave me a message. Now guys, as you can see, the color reproduction and the resolution of this phone is absolutely good, though I feel that the brightness of this phone is not that good. I have set this to maximum while doing this review, but it has got this maximum brightness, so I'm not that much happy with that. Otherwise it is quite good on the vividness, the crispness of the pixels, and the speaker, as you have heard, is quite loud and clear. Now let's check the notification window here, and you are getting this basic stock notification window here with the settings option, not with the direct setting shortcuts. But don't worry, you can add widgets on your home screen. Now let's tap and hold, and you are getting these widgets here, and on ICS you get the live demonstration of your widgets. And one thing I really want to mention here, that there is a grippy feeling while I move my fingers over the screen, and it's not that smooth. My fingers doesn't slide smoothly, rather it stammers from time to time. I think there is a coating over the screen to eliminate fingerprints, and as you can see, it's still clear. Now as you have seen, there are a bunch of widgets you are getting out of the box, and let's add this stuff here. It's just a basic gallery widget. So far the user interface has been very interactive and also very interesting. Now here on the option, you are getting these options here along with the theme option. You can change the color theme, as you can see. This phone has got xCloud integration, and let's try the music player here. I don't know whether you can hear properly or not, but the speaker quality is excellent. I'll test the headphone along with the camera and other stuffs on this phone and tell you about that in my next review. So guys, keep in touch and don't forget to subscribe to Gadgets Portal. Now here on the applications menu, you are getting a bunch of applications pre-installed, and as you have seen before, these have taken a lot of space on the internal storage. I'll show you all the important and exclusive applications here on my next review, so keep in touch. And as you know, I don't make stupid hands-on review. I always use the device before giving a review so that you buy the right device. And so far I have talked about my first impression, which was quite satisfactory. Now I'm going to talk about very important stuff here. The CPU of this device is only 1 GHz Snapdragon 2nd generation, and as you know, dual core has become very common nowadays, so at first I was quite disappointed, but if you just compare it with Galaxy S Advance, then Galaxy S Advance has got 5,000 rupees extra price tag. So this is for those people who are looking for an ICS device with a larger display. There are other phones out there with the same target like the HTC Desire V and the Optimus L7. So get this device if you have these requirements. So friends, that's all in this unboxing and quick hands-on review. I will upload the dedicated review on the user interface, the camera, browser, the gaming, etc. on this device. So don't forget to subscribe to Gadgets Portal. This is the best way to get connected and updated on my new reviews. And you can also visit my Facebook page, facebook.com/gadgetsportal, for the camera samples which I have already uploaded, and I have also uploaded them to my Flickr account, and you will get that link on the Facebook page. And if you have found this video helpful, then like, comment and share this video, and also suggest Gadgets Portal to your friends. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.